Hey everybody, Lego Doctor here, back with another video. Sorry I was away for a while on Thanksgiving break, and I hope all my fellow Americans had a great Thanksgiving as well. Let's get into these beautiful older pieces I found. So first off, we have this windshield in blue, and it can also fit a minifigure inside comfortably, if you'll get in there, and has hinges on the back, so it could go like this if attached to an item. We also have this windscreen, which is yellow, kind of looks down with these anti-studs and a bunch of studs up top. We have this stretcher next, which can also be attached to a minifigure, has these cool retractable wheels, and is still used in sets today, but is definitely a cool thing to get. We also have some pieces that are still used as of today. We have this cylinder piece in black. We have this hinge piece in black. This angled tile. This angled plate right here. And this jumper plate, which also is a little bit different than the newer ones, because the newer ones have kind of a rounded bottom, so it's easier to take off of other studs, and this is an older version. We also have this tile that is a fire department kind of logo and has some roughness to it right there, probably by scraping or something. Next up, we have these racing kind of flag-looking things that were probably on the back of dragster builds or something. This has a 2 with kind of Americanized theme, and a 4 on this one as well. That looks kind of with German flags, since we already named this one American. Why not? We also have this door and window, which go very well together. They are each on a 2x4 area, and they flip open in the same fashion. And this one doesn't use a stud for the door knob to attach a 1x1 circular tile plate thing. Sorry. And just works like the newer doors. We also have this window right here that is shutters. They still make these shutters today. They were in the same color in one Toy Story set, I believe. And they open like this. And the windows inside as well. So that's a really cool design. We also have the shutter bits in white. The other one's right here. Next up, we have a brick showing the Octan logo. Well, not the logo exactly, but yes. And just in case you aren't aware, Octan is the company that is specifically a gas company, usually found in city sets throughout history of Lego, and also run by President Business in the Lego Movie. We also have this window, which I don't think this comes out like the newer ones, and has kind of a 3D element to it, with this little thing securing it between studs. Next up, we have some various fins. We have this one that goes in between studs, like so. We have this one that has a 1x2 on the top. I have this one that could be found in various space sets from the 90s, I want to say, and has a 2x2 on top. Next up, we have these pirate flags. We have this small one on a pole, and we have this larger one. They each have scroll and crossbones, except this one its attachments right here don't quite attach onto the flagpole. For some reason, they are larger. I'm not sure what that is about. We also have this tentacle arm, which I think would be very useful for a Dr. Octopus minifigure. It's not ratcheted like the new ones are, and you can build them out just like the original ones, which just connect like that as a brick, and you can rotate it around that right there. Also, the claw opens. I feel like this would be really good for a Doc Ock because, especially the one from Spider-Man PS4, which has really long arms. I feel like that would be good for a minifigure if they were to ever do one. Next up, we have these propellers. We have this one, which I think is still in use today, but it's kind of a rubber plastic. We have these ones right here. We have this one that rotates on a Technic pin with a little stud in front. And then we have this one as well, which I'm not entirely sure if it's Lego, because it is bigger than... I think it's Lego. Hold on, let me test it out. I don't know. I don't think it is Lego then. It's not working like a Lego should. We also have this palm frond, which I don't think they use. Do they use these in sets anymore? Maybe it's just the trunk that they don't use anymore, the interconnectable trunk. But anyways, this is an older one right here. Has studs here and here to connect. We also have this cool little piece that looks really silly. Kind of reminds me of the Magic School Bus in a way. At the front, it has a stud on the top. We have this little sloped brick, which they still use today, except this one has a Space Police, at least I think it's Space Police specifically, logo on the front right there with silver and red. Then we have these two animals right here. We have this monkey, which uses the minifigure arms and was actually brought back briefly for the Lego Ninjago Skybound as Monkey Wrench or Wrench. I forgot what it was completely. And also, it can attach to any pole-like piece with the hands, just like a normal Lego, as well as with the tail. We also have this older shark, which looks pretty similar to the newer shark. It doesn't have printed eyes, as these eyes molded in. And you might think these are the same piece, but the newer shark also has gills, which this one does not. Also, the bottom looks a little bit different as well. Next up, we have some minifigures. We have this spaceman, which looks kind of like Benny from the Lego movie. He has this classic Lego smile. He's missing his helmet, but oh well. We have these ones right here. We have this knight torso with some gray legs, and since I have this stack of minifigure heads, let's put one on him. We also have this little, what I think is a cape piece. It could be a flag, but I'm going to use it as a cape because it fits perfectly around it. Knight little cape. And that is silver, by the way. As you can see, it shimmer. No printing on the back, as with most of these. We also have this Doctor torso that has kind of a zipper right here and one right here as well with red legs. We can also give him a face. Let's give him another normal face right there. We also have this pirate with this pirate torso. He unfortunately is missing his hands with a kind of scrubbed off face. He has a belt running across his chest and some buttons on the side with white legs, and he's apparently sleeveless. Also, we have this one, which is a very common torso piece. He has this mustache with the hair printed onto the head. You can see that older design on the top, which newer Legos don't have. It actually has like the normal stud, like on this door, on the top of this door, for example. and that common piece, as I mentioned. We also have this pirate. Let's give him this hat. He actually has an eye patch, which is really nice, and some stubble. Kind of a shirt that looks a little bit like this, actually. Underneath, he's got a black waist on these white legs, and a blue overcoat. Then we also have this last little pirate, which I guess we'll give him the, let's give him this face right here. There. And you may think this has printing. He's got no sleeves right here, but there's no printing on the back, as I mentioned before. Most of these don't have any printing on the back. And then last but not least, my most favored thing, because it's just so rare to get, a Fabuland figure, which is kind of like a mix between a Duplo figure and a minifigure. It's got arms that hold like a normal minifigure with the same type of pole piece. And he's got this crow head with this like hair. He almost looks like an old man who's balding. And he's got these feet which are 1 by 2 wide, and this joint on the top. Then we've got these heads that I still have left, with a pirate head, this mustachioed head, this head that's kind of rubbed off, and a classic Lego head. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Oh, actually, let's get into this really quick. I also got some knockoff Legos right here. We got this Nick Fury minifigure from Marvel. He's got a nice zipper. It's directly copied off of Lego. You can tell it's a knockoff due to the shininess, especially on the arms. And it would say Lego up here if it were not a knockoff. Yes, he has the eye patch, of course. Yeah. He also came with a cape sort of thing that's kind of like a trench coat that goes over this, unlike Legos, which Lego's never done, and the arms pop off to put that on. He also came with this silver gun. And then we also have this beard right here and several heads. We have this, I'm not sure if this is the Magician or the Lion Tamer from the minifigure series. And then we have this one, which I'm not sure if it's the Magician or the Lion Tamer. I think this is the Magician, this is the Lion Tamer. Then we have this kind of grr face. We have this kind of normal face, which has really big eyes. And then this hat, which has a hole right here for some reason. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you all for joining me for this beautiful collection video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!